Hey guys, it's me, it's Queen Onset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, pass it on to somebody else who might like it, and don't forget to drop us a positive comment in the comment section. And stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to read two of my favorite comments from previous videos. So I was supposed to have recorded this video yesterday, but yesterday I didn't realize was a holiday. So when I woke up and realized I didn't have to work, I went back to sleep. And sleep I did. I slept until like 3 o'clock. I was knocked out. So I got up today and I'm like, okay, come hell or high water, I gotta get this video out. I really wanted to talk to you guys about this fun topic that someone sent to me. Now let me get into it. This young lady is 19 years old and she's not really dating. She's starting to have interest in dating, but she's seen a bunch of her friends go through stuff that wasn't too cool, infidelities and, stuff like that with their, significant others and, dating and arguments and, all kinds of negativity. So she said that what she decided to do was talk to a bunch of older women, the aunties of the community, to try to find out what mistakes did we make when we first started dating. So I was like, oh my God, that's a great topic. How much time do you have? Because I made quite a few. So she asked me to give her the 3 biggest mistakes I personally made when I first started dating as a young lady. So I was like, all right, I narrowed it down to the 3 biggest mistakes. Let's see. Here it is. Number 1. The first thing I did, and I did this for a long time, I really had to get a grip on this one. The first big mistake that I made when dating was moving too fast. I would meet somebody, I would like them, I'd be like, oh, they're cute, oh, they're sweet, oh, they have potential, oh, they're whatever they are. And I'm an idealistic Aquarius, so all I saw was their greatness, I just saw how they sparkled, and I was like, oh, and I would move. Immediately we're dating, we're holding hands, that's my, that's mine, Immediately I'm in a relationship with this person or moving towards a relationship with this person. And moving too fast is always a mistake, every single time. And what generally happens with me is I'll move too fast and then realize later that I really don't like them that much, that I had big upped them in my mind. That they might be a perfectly lovely person, but I've big upped them in my mind because I made the determination without any of their flaws, any real time having been spent. I made a determination based off their representative. When you first meet somebody, that is their representative. That is not the real them. The real person comes up 3, 6, 9, 12 months later, and you're like, who is this? That's the real person. The representative is the person that comes first. It's their best foot forward. We all do it. When we meet somebody, we all put our best foot forward. That's the representative. And then if you hang around long enough, you get to see the real person. And then if you like the real person, you can move forward. But I didn't do that. I moved so fast that by the time the representative left, I didn't like the person. I don't want to stay with you. I'm out. You're not the person I met. But that's because I didn't give it a chance. I was always jumping the gun, If I liked them and they were attractive, we were having a good time, bam, I moved on. Big mistake. You have to take things very slowly. I always say this to people, I always recommend meeting someone and dating them the old-fashioned way. No sex, not being alone with them, but dating them seriously, spending time with them, talking to them, going to the beach, going to the bowling alley. I mean, I know it's old-fashioned when I say it, but trust me, When I got older, I started taking more time, and it's so quick to figure out if you really like somebody or not when you're not sleeping with them. Sex clouds your judgment, and the next thing you know, you've committed yourself to somebody that you don't even know. So that was my first biggest mistake, moving too fast. Number 2, wearing my heart on my sleeve. I wanted to fall in love. I'm the typical idealistic Aquarius. I wanted to fall in love like they promised me. They promised me, Disney. They promised me I would fall in love with this wonderful person, and the person would be so spectacular, and they would be so dreamy and attractive and passionate, and I wanted that. As soon as I started dating, that's what I was looking for, and that's not what I was finding. I never really found it, to be honest with you. I found pieces of it here and there. Like every person had a little piece of it, but I never found somebody that had the whole package. I probably would be married if I found somebody who had the whole package. But I was wearing my heart on my sleeve, and I was expecting every encounter. I was looking at every encounter as being potential, and every person is not relationship material. You have to get to know them to see. So I was going in like, yes, I'm going to love this person, and love conquers all. And, I'm all in, and I'm too intense, and I'm too in. Because like I said, you have to stay back and get to know the person and see if you really wanted to go somewhere. I meet them Monday. By Wednesday, I want to know their astrological chart. By Friday, I'm planning a trip for us to go away. It's too fast, and I'm expecting love, or was expecting love too quickly, and from whoever I wanted. Like, I want you to love me, and not you, but I want you. It was like, you can't do that. You have to take your time and get to know them, and you can't have your heart on your sleeve and expect love from everybody. Some people just aren't capable of it. And if you slow down and get to know them, that's what you find out. And the last one, a lack of standards. I didn't have any standards. And in my mind, I thought I was just open-minded. I was, open-minded, and I want to take whoever is that beautiful, shining person, but I didn't have standards. Standards are important. Standards are the things that you're willing to accept and not accept. Your deal breakers, what you want to get from the relationship. I had none of that. I was just like, if I meet the person and I like the person, I don't care what's going on with them, we can conquer all with our love. I had such idealistic rose-colored glasses on. So I didn't have standards. Like now, I tell you guys, I'm not dating somebody who doesn't know how to adult, for example, doesn't know how to communicate. I'm not doing it. I'm not dating a person who isn't taking care of themselves. If they have mental health issues or whatever the case is, and they're not taking care of it, I'm not doing a lot of things that came from that time period, because I was open to whatever. I was open to whoever. And what came down the pipeline was a bunch of people who weren't handling their business. And I'm like, oh, we can conquer that. Love conquers all. It's okay. I'll love her through her mental health issue. I'll help her get into therapy and take her meds and do her thing. That person has to be loving themselves enough when you meet them to be taking care of themselves. So my standards weren't good. They were non-existent, really. I mean, I did want a good person. I wanted a person who seemed like a good person to me anyway. Seemed like they had a good heart. That's the kind of thing I was more concerned with. But I didn't realize it takes more than that to make a relationship last. It takes more than just caring about them and loving them. It takes a lot more. They have to be relationship material, and I wasn't relationship material, and I didn't know that either back then, All of this was stuff that I found out from making mistakes along the way. So you have to have standards. You can't just take somebody, who has no goals and no ambitions in life, and somebody who's not handling their business. Certain people you just can't work with, even if you do love them. You're not going to be able to work with them. You're not going to be able to succeed as a couple with somebody, for example, who is unemployed and has no goals. Y'all not going to succeed. You might succeed and drag them along with you, but 9 times out of 10, what's going to happen is they're going to be dead weight you're going to get tired of carrying. So I had to realize that a person has to come to the table with certain things. And if they don't come to the table with that, my love and their love, and it was not going to be strong enough for me to stay in that relationship. I might love them, but I'm going to be loving them from a distance after a while, after I'm irritated enough with dragging that dead weight. So those are the 3 biggest mistakes I made. If you, I might have to do a part 2 to this video and do some more mistakes that I made. But those were the biggest ones. Those were the ones that got me into the most trouble. The second 2 are the ones that got me hooked up with that damn Voldemort. The first one is the one that got me in not Voldemort, but a lot of other situations. I didn't move too fast with Voldemort, which is ironic. The one time I don't move fast, I meet the one who did the most damage, actually. The time I actually moved the slowest, but the other 2 were present. So as you can see, it's either one or all of them is present. And in his case, the other 2 were present, but I didn't move fast. But still, these kind of things are the things that are going to lead you to big, big mistakes. Unhappy relationships, in relationships with people who just don't value you because they don't even value themselves. How is somebody going to love you when they don't even love themselves? Like, just common sense things like that I didn't get, because Disney and the love songs, and I still love my love songs. I still listen to my 80s love songs. Don't play with Peter Cetera. Don't play with Wonderful Tonight and Lady in Red. Don't play with my love songs. I'm not having it. But at least now I know to what extent they're real and to what extent they might just be poetic. I understand the concept now that you have to deal with the reality as well as the poetry. All right, let's read some of my favorite comments. I have 2 of them right here. All right, so this one came from Sarah I. Rick. I think that's what that says. She said, "You speak so much from your heart. I can tell you are a very kind and generous person." Don't tell nobody. As far as Aquarius being robotic, I find this rather insulting. If anything, we march to a different drummer. Very true. We usually don't follow the crowd. Also true. We think for ourselves. That's being different, not robotic. Also true. Girl, you on a roll. You on a roll. We may not always be leaders, but we know enough not to be followers, especially when we know the truth. Yeah, Aquarius sometimes are leaders, and sometimes we're the lone wolf. So either we're leading the pack or we ain't messing with the pack. One or the other. That's 100% correct. I'm proud to be different. Me too. Me too. That's why I've always loved the quote, "Stand for something or you will fall for anything." Thank you for sharing your feelings. And thank you for sharing yours in that beautiful comment. I love that comment. And it's 100% correct. I can't even add anything to it. It's like, you're 100% correct. And I think that I'm actually a lot kinder than most people realize, because I'm Aquarius. I'm Aquarius, so people already they don't always make that correlation, especially when we're quiet. And when I don't know people around, I'm very quiet. But when it comes to asking Aquarius, I really tell you guys a lot of stuff. I explain things to people, to you guys, that people have been trying to get me to explain for decades, and I'm just like, whatever. But you guys know, I do talk to you guys in a whole different way, because I want my experiences to help you. And I can't help you with them if I don't tell you about them. Divine Rasta. Divine Rasta said, am hiding my feelings because I know am ready as yet. Oh, I'm not ready yet. Does that make sense? She's talking about hiding her feelings. We were talking about relationships. I did a relationship reading the other day, and the card that she pulled said that she was hiding something. A couple people got this card and asked me about this. Some people were hiding things from their lovers. Come to find out, surprise, surprise. Some people's lovers were hiding things from them, and they found out because they pulled that card and started asking some questions. Some people are hiding things from themselves, major self-deception. And in this case, she says she's hiding her feelings because she's not ready to go there. And you have to be ready to go there before you reveal your feelings. So I always tell people, get comfortable with your feelings, and then when you're ready, you can reveal them if you see fit. All right, guys, time for me to get going. Thank you so much for being here. And if you would like to get a reading done, please email me. All of my information is underneath this video, and I'll see you soon. Come back because I got a lot more to say. You would not believe how much more I have to say. See you later.